So apparently Sean Strickland ended up in GTA 6. If you haven't watched the trailer, check it out. There's a character in the game, obviously, that looks a lot like Sean Strickland, as well as Nina Drama. If you didn't get enough of Nina Drama, yes, there's also a character that looks like Nina Drama. But I'm pretty sure it's just coincidence. Anyways, in other news, Jamahal Hill, the police report. So, by the way, Jamahal Hill got arrested about a week ago. After Thanksgiving, he went back home to Michigan. He was with his family party, a couple of days, and he got in a fight with his brother. He got arrested. That's all we knew. Now, police report came out and says that he sucker punched his brother after the brother told him that he's deadbeat dad, that he abandoned his daughter, something along those lines. So that's what we know for now, but it's obviously going to go to court. And Jamahal Hill's comment is that he cannot talk about it as an open case. It's an open case. So we'll find out more what actually happened, if this is true in the police report, and we'll see. Yeah, that in the background is my daughter. Okay, so next news that we have is, we already knew, assuming you already know, Tom Aspinall stated previously that he would like to see Jon Jones stripped off the title, and him becoming an undisputed champion. So Jon Jones finally responded, and he said that he faced the toughest competition in the past 15 years, and that he wasn't scared of anybody, completed everything. He's a champion. He's the greatest of all time, right? We all agree with that for the most part. And now, after suffering a very serious injury and having surgery for the very first time because of an injury like that, there's newcomers that want to, strip him off the title. And he's right. When you put it in that words, a new guy comes, hasn't had any track record of his success of his own. He hasn't won an actual title, hasn't defended it, as he said. And Tom Aspinall came out and said, you know what, John, you're right. I'm sorry. Now, I don't know if that's sarcasm. It could be sarcasm. We don't know. He just said, you're right, John. I'm sorry. That's all he said. That's what he tweeted in response to Jon Jones. So that's what happened. In other news, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, had an interview, and he's building a case for his last title run, and I get it. So he criticized Leon Edwards for talking about going up to middleweight, and there's no more interesting fights at 170. Having said, hey, I'm still here, Shafkat is here, Gilbert is here. He pretty much mentioned everybody, Belal Muhammad, which is quite funny to me. And but yeah, he's building a case for himself. Obviously, Belal Muhammad, as much as we don't like him, he does deserve the next title shot, right? If he's available, if he's next, he's not injured, he's next in line for the winner of Colby versus Leon. But yes, he pretty much ignored completely Belal Muhammad and said, I'm here, or, Shafkat is here, pretty much building a case for the winner of that fight to get the title shot, which probably won't happen. But we'll see. You never know, because both Colby and Leon are quite interesting characters, and neither of them are crazy to fight Belal Muhammad. So we'll talk more about that case. And then Gilbert Burns came out, and he said he's finally back after his injury that he suffered with the match with Belal Muhammad. He's finally in training. He will be ready to go this spring, just a few months. In the beginning of 2024, he's going to be ready to fight again. And, we all are excited for Gilbert Burns. He's a fun fighter, one of the fan favorites. Always good to see him fight. Win or lose, he's always up there. He definitely didn't show any signs of slowing down. Unfortunately, he had that bad injury during the fight with Belal Muhammad, and he lost it. However, he said he was very, very impressed. He watched Sean Brady fight this past weekend, and he was very impressed with Sean Brady. And he thinks he's going to be a very, very big factor in the welterweight division. Including himself. He mentioned some other names, and he said he would like to see a rematch of him versus Belal Muhammad, throwing jabs at Belal Muhammad, right? And so that was quite fun to see that. And of course, Belal didn't take that well. He turned on his thunder tubs, and he went on Twitter and attacked pretty much Gilbert Burns, saying, "Oh yeah, if Masvidal wasn't greasy, I would have finished Masvidal," so on and so forth. Giving also examples as to, because he said Sean Brady might have lost that, insinuating that Sean Brady might have lost that because he had a bad night because he was jet lagged. So just an excuse. And I get Belal, but I don't think he's doing himself any favors responding this way. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna he's obviously not the most popular amongst other fighters or fans. So I think he has to maybe try a different approach. But of course, if he keeps winning, if he gets this title shot, nobody can deny him if he does indeed become a champion. As much as I hate to agree with that statement. In other news, Khamzat Chimaev is going to go have surgery in a week or two. So he did get injured in that fight versus Kamaru Usman. Some people were questioning, is that injury real, or was that just an excuse for he's still, I mean, he won, but, you know, people were questioning his performance and how good he actually is. And does he deserve a title shot? Because even Sean Strickland said that, nah, he doesn't deserve a title shot just yet. So I guess we got an answer as to why Dricus du Plessis is fighting. It's because indeed, Khamzat Chimaev is injured. If he wasn't injured, he would have probably got that title shot, as it was promised by Dana White. So he did break his hand, but he tore a ligament. So he's going to undergo surgery, and he says he's going to be ready in 3 to 4 months. So pretty much by UFC 300. And I would definitely put him on UFC 300, because it seems like we're not going to see Conor McGregor at UFC 300. We're not going to see some other huge names, but I think putting Khamzat Chimaev would save UFC 300. We need a big fight. We need a big name, and Khamzat is definitely that. We want to see him fight, maybe for the title. I would love to see that the winner of Dricus du Plessis and Sean Strickland fight Khamzat at UFC 300. We'll see. But I mean, depends how it ends, right? That title fight, how it ends, and if they're both going to be ready on kind of a short notice, but it's like 3 months. Because they will be fighting on January 20th in Toronto. Okay, so that's Khamzat Chimaev. Those are all the news. Let me know if you heard any juicy rumor, any other news. But that's what I got for you guys. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe to Off the Cage MMA. Don't forget.